Okay, I hope my screen is visible. Okay. Arrays. We'll start looking at arrays. Um, an array, is a data structure that represents of the same types of data. Okay. It is a data structure that represents, the key point is that a collection of the same type of data. So you may need to produce the same type of data and present it out there. All you need to do is to create an array. And this is how it is declared. You declare an array like this. You start with the data, the data type and the name of the array, okay, and the size. Okay, we are going to see this as we proceed. But now, when you talk about an array, where we're saying is a data structure that represents a collection of the same data, we are basically saying you are creating creating the what you are creating the memory storage or the memory location, okay, where certain data which is certain data which is of the same type will be stored. Okay, so like in this case you could say that you are these are just references. You are just creating reference values. Okay, you're just creating reference values. These are element values. Okay, so I'm saying double my list. So you're saying that you're creating my list which is of the size 10. Okay, which is of the size 10. That is my list, the one you are basically creating. Okay, so now just a minute. So now this is my list. You are saying the location. So on location is 0, the value that is stored there is 5.6. On location 1 in the list, 5, and my list on location 3.3, then 13.2, and respectively up to value of 11,123. That is what is stored here. Okay, so what you are saying is that the array element at indexed 5. So these are indexes or indices. Okay, so these are indices. So at index 5 we have 34.33, at index 3.3, and so on and so forth. So the key point for us to note is that an array is a data structure that represents a collection of the same data type or the types of data. Okay, so declare an array variable. So you start with the data type and the array reference value. Okay, you start type, and then this uh, rectangles, sorry, these symbols represent an array. So you have data type and the array reference value. Okay, then you say example double, okay, my list. Example, you are saying double my list. So we've created an array called my list, which is of data type double. Okay. Okay, we have declared. This is an aspect of declaration. Okay. So now an array reference value, this is how you create an array. You talk about an array reference value, then you create more like a new object of that type and the size. Okay, you create the size of the array. Okay, so in this case we have my list is equal to new double that size. The size is 10, so meaning you are counting from 0 to 9. Okay, you're counting from 0 to 9. We're talking about 10 indices. Okay, 10 indices. So counting from 0 to 9. They have my list in this 0. For instance, the last element in the array. Okay, so now we can combine all these in one step, declaring and creating an array. And creating an array in one step. So you have data type as array reference value. Then you create the object to put the size of the array. Okay, so we are saying now here that this is now an example. So I say then my list new is equal to new my list, and that is the size. That is the size of the array. So that is we've created an array in one step, declared and created an array in one step. That is what we have done. So the length of an array, we're saying once an array is created, its size is fixed. Okay, so the size is fixed. It cannot be changed. It cannot put it in that particular variable length. Find its size using the array reference value dot length. This is an inbuilt method that is stored in Java to help you actually determine the length of a particular variable. Okay, a length of a particular variable. So here what you're saying is that an array reference value dot length is basically there to show us that we can get the